Hey guys, this is Maha from Once Upon A BnB. Make sure you like and subscribe to us on all streaming platforms. Follow us on Instagram at Once Upon A BnB. And if you have a crazy travel story to share, make sure you hit us up. Bye.
I'm on the floor with the two British girls. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we got this. But then I hear the army guy go, oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what?
That wasn't a British girl.
Right. And the army, he's just like, oh, what? No. And he's like, it's wet. And I was like, I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. And the Texas guy turns on us and says, what's going on? What the fuck? There was so much blood.
What's up, world? You're tuning into Once Upon A BnB. It's Annsleigh.
I know it was supposed to go next, but Maha being here on Zoom threw me off a little bit.
All the way off. Maha, it's your turn.
Hey, reporting live from Manhattan in a basketball court inside of a hotel. It's Maha and baby Janet. And we've got a special guest today, two special guests, actually. My boy Eric and his boy Patrick. Welcome to Once Upon A BnB.
Thank you so much.
So Maha brought a guest, but Maha didn't show up.
I mean, look, this is dedication. My flight got delayed. I would have been in the air, so I literally canceled my flight so that I could record with you guys.
Super dedication.
That's
and
awesome.
You're traveling, and we have a traveling podcast.
Exactly. Very on brand. Very on brand.
Very much so. In the snow.
Like that.
In the, I don't know if y'all can see the snow, but it is snowing here in New York. It kind of
It
stopped a
was
little
snowing.
We see
It
a
was.
nice
It
mist
was a better start.
emanating from that building's facade, though, in the background.
bit. Yeah,
That just might be industrial smoke, though.
Right. That could be pollution.
Hopefully there's a change of temperature. I don't know.
You're giving me weather woman vibes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, you stood to the side. Yeah, it was the hand placement for me.
So how do y'all know each other?
Yeah.
Maha?
So
Who's guest you?
we're both bulldogs.
Apparently not that.
Go
Me and Eric.
Dogs! National champs,
yeah.
baby! Woo!
So we knew each other in college, but didn't know each other.
We
in
literally
college.
have
So
the
Eric,
same group of friends. It was
group of
so
friends,
crazy.
right.
I was about to say that the same thing between me and Maha, but we didn't have the same group of friends. We just didn't know each other in college. Never
Right.
mind. Nothing
But
like that.
Eric went to high school with one of my best friends, Chris. So he went to Lovett. So that's how we actually became friends was
Yeah.
through, one of my good friends, Chris, one of his best friends too.
I went to
And then I
Harris.
guess Patrick's one.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a
Rival.
private school rivalry.
That's tight.
Yeah. And my boy, too, Pratik, also went to school with Chris
Pratik,
and us.
get it right.
Oh, yeah. Pratik,
Oh,
excuse
shit.
me. This is official.
Slash Patrick.
So everybody's technically from Atlanta, or at least Georgia.
Yes.
Atlanta.
Hey, peace up, A-Town.
Down.
Coming back all together.
For Marist
Okay, so we
grads in
basically
Atlanta,
have-
this is the third championship we're up for today because head coach Sean McVay.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there.
I don't know anything about sports.
Georgia
Well,
Tech.
what's your thing? What's your advice? Your vibe?
Oh.
What?
If you're not watching Sunday football, what are you doing on a Sunday?
It is Super Bowl Sunday, by the way.
It is Super Bowl Sunday, but if
This
you're
will
not watching
come out in about a
football,
month,
Honestly,
but not going to watch it.
Oh shit! It's hookah, drinking,
That's what I'm doing
entrepreneurship,
right after this podcast.
and we're just fucking around.
fucking around.
Entrepreneurship. What kind of businesses do you have?
Basically, run a hangover company.
I literally just got an IV on Wednesday after the Hawks game.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
so
like-
This is
hungover.
perfect.
Hangover
Fucking
rescue.
around, and then once you fuck around with me, you got to go to my company.
And,
Oh my god.
I want to get you fucked up so you can come to my company. Okay.
He literally did that to promote his brand in Chicago.
Oh, I spent like $1,200 and nothing happened because we got so fucked up.
It was the worst thing ever. We spent literally $1,200 on alcohol to promote his hangover rescue.
So, like,
pill.
you would need your services in the morning?
Oh my
No, yeah, so
God.
no, it's not services. Just 3 pills you take before you go to bed.
Your
You wake
product,
up,
excuse me.
Yeah, product.
you
Yeah, sorry.
But what happened was, I was giving away so much free alcohol at this pool that's known as being a party pool in my building. They pretty much made me clean up the pool. I had to pay about $1,000 extra to get it It's called a Catalyst in not Catalyst. It's the Ulta K. Anyone that's familiar with Chicago will know that building. And now after me, they had security guards in the pool that you can't have more than a couple of guests. And then they did not let me renew my lease.
We got the entire place fucked up. and then try to make everybody take the pills.
Man,
Everybody was skeptical of it.
They all took it. Like,
They all
they
took
took
it.
pictures.
Right.
Because I wasn't there telling them post. I was just like, here you go, here you go, here you go. So yeah, that was interesting,
my
but it was a lot
God.
of fun. It's all about experience.
It's
And
not
they-
so glad.
And they
It's a
didn't feel
great
that
marketing
bad the next
plan.
day. Those of you who listened, or those of them who listened, didn't felt fine.
Exactly. Then I do real estate. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got my real estate license because I didn't drink for 2 weekends.
What is?
Look what
I
happens
have
when
my
you don't drink.
license, but I didn't. But it's like I
Oh, I
said, I
took
didn't
it
drink for 2
yeah,
weekends.
because I was gonna buy my place, so I just did it. And then I have what else? Oh, I do COVID testing for a while.
but wait, there's more.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Serial entrepreneur.
And last is I'm building this platform. I'm trying to get the name right. Actually, it's Village Alliance or Alliance Village, basically a collaboration platform like LinkedIn, except it's for non-corporate professionals. Place to collaborate, share ideas, get together. And I'm trying to incorporate local startup communities, not startup communities, but like those flex spaces, like Hippopotamus or stuff like that. I know quite a few of those to actually have like some kind of way so people can kind of collaborate in person as
Gotcha.
well as online.
But with all that, I bet you're flexible. I bet that's where these travel stories come from. Your ability to
Traveling is just since I was a kid. I've been traveling all my life, so I've been to 86 countries
Mm.
and backpacked
That's
everywhere.
almost all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, how many countries are there?
Yeah, I've named them all in Sporkle once, like I taught myself in college.
You did not, did you really?
Yeah, I got them all.
You can name every
wow.
single country.
Well, not anymore,
Oh
but
my
like at one
God.
point in my life, I started with continents and like master one at a time, and then I just knock it out. And I hustled a kid too, this like a friend of
nice.
ours. Just he would always like try to challenge me. I'm like, no, dude, and we were all like pretty good geography, so could knock out a bunch. But I was like, fine. One day, I just, like even though I'd already learned like during exam studying, I was
Yeah.
like, all right. And I sat down and busted out like all but like 2 of them just to
Oh,
play it
shit.
off.
I want to challenge you these days now with your diminishing skill set.
All right, let's talk after this episode.
Right.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so yes, your name.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I was just.
Nice. Am I supposed to say the capital or just name
I was
another
just getting
country?
Go.
I'm just
Потому что я говорю по-русски. Я знаю Казахстан, потому что я
Yeah,
могу
he
говорить
speaks a little
по-русски.
Russian.
What just happened?
What have I got myself into?
What is going on?
He's taking philosophy in Russian. That's how good he is. Like,
Wait, right now?
Oh yeah,
All
I forgot you speak
86
Russian very
countries
well.
from Patrick.
There we go.
How many?
I haven't been to 86, but thankfully to this gentleman here, I have been to a sufficient amount. Probably in the 20s, I think now at this point.
That's sufficient.
Yeah.
I've been to like, I'm getting close to 20 probably.
Yeah.
Getting
Oh
up
no,
there.
don't even look this way.
My first
I'm at
experience was really...
about 40.
Yeah, Maha, you're a world traveler too.
I mean, you're in the freaking Manhattan right now.
You're,
Yeah, so.
I'm always so jealous of both of you all's, Pratik and yours, Instagrams. They're
We'll have
always
to all
incredible.
link up and do a group trip.
Literally,
soon.
I'm doing Yacht Week one of these years.
Yes, we keep talking about
you
it.
do know that we need to fake our IDs in order to do Yacht Week, right? Because you're not allowed to do
Why?
it. Because the whole thing is, because I've done Yacht Week and literally you
I've
have
done
to
it twice.
You have to be 35. And if
Or
you're above-
under?
No, you
or
don't.
under.
No, you don't.
I mean,
I've gone
that's
twice
what it
and I was
says.
under 30.
I'm 35
Oh, you mean-
now.
You have to be
Yeah.
under
Over
35.
35?
Under 35 to do it.
Under or 35 and under?
Do
That's-
they like?
35 and under.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm
35
35
now.
right now, so
35
it
and under.
sounds like I need to do Yacht Week
35
This
now.
year.
This year, this is it.
35 and under.
before I turn 36.
Really? I'm trying to think
I mean,
if I
it's
met
on the-
anybody
it's on
over
the-
35. I think you're right. Yeah.
Oh,
Shit, I just this conversation is changing the course of.
What
Your
calendar year?
future.
Well, I
Now
turned
we have to
36 in
go.
September, so I have time.
You better get it in now.
I'm gonna.
I turned
when's?
36 in August.
All
right,
that's 13 weeks.
I didn't know you were the same. Yeah, I knew that. You're just older
Yeah.
than, you're above me in school by 1 year, so
Cool, yeah.
you tricked me. But
30
all right, Maha, I will go. Let's do it. Do we have time?
All
When's the
right,
next Yacht
I've
Week?
been saying let's go for my birthday. It's the whole summer, so you pick your week. So
Ah,
let's
fuck
go
yeah.
for my
All right.
birthday.
But the best one is Ultra. You should go.
Ultra Music Festival
yeah,
in Miami.
See, I did
No,
the
no,
regular.
no, it's in
it's in Croatia. and
Oh.
It's
So
part
you
of Yacht
go
Week.
there for
You
either
go
the-
on a yacht.
Yeah. So you basically either begin your trip with music festival and then you go on a yacht for a week, or you're on a yacht for a week and you end at a music festival.
You're
That's
combining
right.
my
Yeah.
like long vice that I had like all my 20s music festivals with like the long overdue one I've been putting off till the last
I think
year I
this is
can
a
do
birthday
it.
This is
trip.
it.
This
Yeah.
is
I
it.
think it's
I took him
always
to his
all
first
comes.
music
Yeah.
festival.
Yeah,
I
that
took him to his first
first EDM.
Okay, so it's
EDM
decided
festival.
then. We're doing
In,
Yacht Week
Bruges.
this summer.
Awesome. We're accomplishing a lot in this podcast, except for your story. Let's get into this.
Oh, sorry.
I know.
Let's talk about the
So my story will be, I'll make it real quick.
let's
No,
let's
you don't
see
make
how
it quick.
you don't have to rush the story, but I do want to hear it.
I love
Yeah,
that.
let's just
I appreciate
get to
that.
it.
Well, like you all said, I'm Eric, and yes, grew up with Praddock, and and all of that, and then my adult life. I guess my first travel experience actually was in high school. Was for a study abroad to
that's how it
Chile
starts.
when I was a sophomore, my sophomore in high school. It was heavily
Rich kid
influenced.
shit. We didn't have study abroad in high school and public school.
Well, it was all scholarship stuff.
Maris was in Spain. I did Spain. We went to Spain.
It was so cool though, because
Salamanca.
my sister, who is 3 years older than me, she was a senior when I was a freshman, and then her junior year though. So I was an 8th grader at the time. She would be the first person at Lovett to do a year-long study abroad. She did her entire junior year in Spain.
Oh, that's really cool.
And so
Wow.
that kind of set a little precedent. And then my parents were like, well, we don't trust you so much to do a year. Go get a summer in South America. And I
Poor thing, only got a summer.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve
My
that.
sister got a whole year.
Right.
What the hell?
And it changed my life, right? Like, it changed my life about people, about cultures, about all of that. And I was already very into languages. My parents had us in like a German school at like the age of 5 and 6. I didn't know what was going on, but I clearly had some kind of interest in it, developed and translated into that. But then I would go into the service out of high school. I went to the Army straight out of high school.
Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for saying that. I would deploy, and even though they were under some other type of conditions for travel,
To put it lightly.
I would
Slightly
see,
different.
right? A little different. I would see and meet people, and in the type of work that I was doing for the government, I was doing a lot of clandestine operations for the government and for the army, and the Russian language. I learned that language and became proficient in it. And back in 2003, I still speak it very well. Writing and reading is not that great anymore, but again, that was another opportunity of immersion and just being around cultures, and it just further
That's so
developed that. Yeah, thank you. That robustness of that and that interest in it. So then I would deploy. I would have all that experience.
Lights
I saw
went
the
out.
Middle East. It was beautiful. I had also in high school, my first sexual experience was literally out of that movie American Pie.
You fucked a pie?
I fucked a German student, a German exchange student.
All of us were banned from talking to any exchange students. Our whole group.
So at Lovett, they used to every year at Lovett, they would alternate each year with some respective country coming in with their.
You didn't need a whole
portion.
year.
Wait, you was
You got
banned?
it
Y'all
done
know
in the
banned
summer.
because of
Yeah.
his...
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
the whole school was after that situation with me.
Our
You
whole
could
group.
never us
whole-
specifically on that year, but then the whole school, you couldn't have any outside activity with any foreign exchange students ever
Because
again.
you ruined
That
it.
leads to fornication.
Wow.
With the foreigners.
How did they find out?
Because
Well,
we fucked in the bathrooms.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Wait, how did they find out? I missed that.
He wouldn't tell us which one he fucked in. So we would never use that bathroom. Like that entire 4 stalls, we would not use them because we didn't know which one he fucked in.
I would have used that exclusively.
Exactly. I'm like, aren't you guys my friends? You should use it. I do this for us. No, that was a crazy experience.
They
but,
shut the whole experience
yeah,
down.
they
It's
shut it-
so
they shut it
funny.
down.
That's actually, well, A, you would have been a hero of mine, but B, that's like, why? Because of love? Like,
Right. Exactly.
like this is a positive story, it sounds like. I don't know.
Exactly.
Love.
And they
And then
found
he-
out.
They had to do it in the
Wait,
bathroom.
was Lovett religion? Because Maris was Catholic. I can't remember.
It was.
Oh,
very
so it was
Wednesday, we
a
had to wear
big
a tie
deal.
in church.
yeah. We're at chapel every Wednesday.
So it was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
We had
You basically fucked in the church.
Basically, and we would meet. How the school found out was because
you telling Patrick here?
That's another story. But the host sister of that exchange student was one. I was on the swim team, and so she was also on the swim team, and so that was one thing. But that girl's mother was a teacher at Lubbock,
Oh no.
and one night they invited me
Spicy.
over to the house for dinner, and that's where it all went down. We were watching Varsity Blues, and that scene where they fuck on that washing machine came up, and I'll never forget the host sister just leaving, being like, "All right, I'm just gonna go upstairs and do my homework," and they left us on the couch, and of course,
Come in. Jim, there's a young lady here to see you.
Hey, Nadia.
Hi, James. Ready to study?
Oh, he's always ready to study. He's a real bookworm, this kid.
Dad.
I mean, he's not one of those nerdy guys, but...
Dad.
Well, I'll let you two hit the books.
We just made out there, that was the first time. And then after that, it got a little bit more interesting, sadly, on school grounds. But that was how it would be. So,
That's a beautiful story.
Where else are y'all gonna do it at that time? I
Thank
remember,
you.
like,
right, we didn't have cell phones. You didn't have. Okay, I was a poor kid. I went to a rich school, but I was poor, so I didn't have my own car at the
dude,
time.
I feel you.
Like,
That was my situation. I was, financial aid.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I
All
mean.
of us were
Maha,
financially
Luke,
Yeah.
where it went down the first time was at Luke's parents' guest house. That's where it went down.
Y'all have a lot of experiences. Okay, let's fast forward. Let's fast forward out of our adolescence.
Then
Did anybody see me get hit by a basketball just now?
Right.
Oh.
Later on, I would go to college, right? I would go to Georgia, go Dogs. I would do my whole undergrad there. I was a fashion merchandising and a Russian major because I already knew
that's
Russian.
cool.
So I just jumped in.
That's a great collab.
It was really awesome. I did some cool internships in New York with Condé Nast and some magazines. Would come out, work for Saks Fifth Avenue for a while. Then Saks got bought out by a Canadian company. So a whole bunch of lawyers that looked really important. I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to represent fashion companies as an attorney. Boom. Oh, but I got to go to law school. It's expensive. So I was like, I'll go back to the Army because the Army has a program where if you go to law school, get accepted, you can kind of either direct commission or they'll pay for your law school.
JAG or something like that.
JAG is what you would go, but the program they would pay for your law school, but you would owe them back 3 years for every year you would do in law school. So
I interviewed with JAG in law school, but they told me I had to go to boot camp.
Exactly.
I was like, fuck this.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
It's not required of you, Mr. Spy.
Well, it actually was. I went back in. I was in the Army for 6 years, had deployed and all this.
Because he had
out
already
for
done
6
it.
years. Right. But
But they made him go back to
They made me go
boot camp.
back. I'd been out for 6 years and they're like, oh, we don't care. You've been out for too long. You're going back. So I had like a 30-year-old man. I went back to basic training with
like a
18-year-old kids who all
That's
call
so
me
cool. I
grandpa.
feel like 30 is such like a pivot. Like,
It was a very pivotal year. Very
Yeah.
pivotal year. Went back, I was the only person in basic training with a combat patch. Y'all might not know what that means, but it was just weird for everybody to see. Had all this experience. Then all that to surmount to becoming a freaking field artillery officer, firing cannons and rockets all over the place. And I was an intel guy in my prior military life, had no idea really what field artillery even was.
Just to be a fucking fashion lawyer.
Right, to be a fucking fashion lawyer.
Oh my god.
but they pay for schooling, but you said you have to pay them back.
So 3 years of
For 3
service, right?
years.
Or I would have had to
3
give
years
them
of
9.
service.
Right.
Okay.
I would have actually had to give them 9 because it's been 3 for every 1 year you do in the law school program.
Oh, wow.
So all that never ended up being able to go and profess being a what they call a legal officer, right? Went into freaking field artillery,
Shooting cannons
and rockets. Suffered through that for 5.5 years and was like, F it. But in that moment, in that last year, this is where the travel would be incredible. This guy right here would call me, and it would, in 2019 was when it really was one of the most incredible experiences. We did maybe 11 cities in 9 days.
Oh,
8 cities, 8
wow.
days.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
So
you give a call about, from your buddy from high school, and you're like, hey, man, like, how...
Oh, no. I've been telling him to travel because so basically he's been traveling with the Army and shit, US grade, all this other crap, right? And basically then I'm like, yo, dude. And he's always seen me traveling. He's always like, yo, I want to go with you. So then I'm just like, that someone's beeping?
I think somebody's calling Maha.
All right. No worries.
No, never mind.
Anyway, so basically I'm just like, yo, dude, just come with me. I got you. I'll buy all the flights. It's going to be a surprise for your birthday.
Ooh, lit.
You got to come back before your Christmas because he wants to spend it with his family.
So you had parameters and then
exactly
just
and so,
deferred to you for the itinerary?
So 8 fucking days, right? So I'm just like, fuck this. We're going to make this happen. So then I just say, just pack. He's like, how do I pack? I'm like, it don't fucking matter. Just pack. And so basically...
I asked because you should have seen the list where we were going. He'll tell you, but I asked for a good reason.
All right. So I'm just giving you the whole rundown on exactly how the trip went.
All right, yeah.
So basically what happened was I'm just like, all right, let's go. So I tell him, all right, meet me in New York. So he meets me in New York. get on a flight. He's like, oh shit, we're going to Paris? I'm like,
But you don't know at all where you're going?
No idea where we're going.
I love that you signed. You just agreed to this.
He took care of everything. He was just like, make sure you just have a
New York.
going and coming back. I think. Yeah, but then he was like, I'm doing
Maha's still waiting for me in New York.
No, even coming back, I get his flight. So he doesn't know where he's coming back from.
That's right on that first one. That's right.
I just said because I know his passport knows that shit, so it's fine. So anyway, so what happened was basically he's like, oh shit, we're going to Paris. I'm like, yeah, we're going to Paris. So we fly to Paris. They had that fucking the strike.
The strike was going on.
That was like November 2019.
That shit was
19. Yeah.
We'll tell you
December 18th. No, you're right. You're right.
I went to Paris earlier. Anyways.
Yeah, you're
exactly. We're trying to get to the fucking Eiffel Tower at this time because we only have a couple hours in Paris. And so basically we're just like, yo, fuck it, let's go. We'll just get some vests.
Some bulletproof vests?
No.
They're all wearing the yellow vests.
It's crazy. And then we just start fucking walk for fucking
down like Champs de Paris or whatever it is.
With backpacks, with fucking books.
Blending in with everyone else.
Right. And I have my military army duffle. That's what I'm walking around with.
I wonder if there's like anyone at like the women's march with like pussy hats on. They're just trying to see DC. You know, like that was y'all.
Let me just blend in.
So finally we make it to Paris, and then he's like, oh shit, all right, let's go. Where's the hotel? I'm like, fuck the hotel. We got a concert to go to tonight. So then we take the train.
So fun.
We take the train to Bruges. And he goes to like Mike.
All right, for idiots who apparently it's really dropped off on the geography.
So Bruges is outside of Brussels.
All right.
So it's Belgium. So we're going from France to Belgium at this point. And we go through, and then in Bruges, that's where he sees his first EDM festival, which is like Mike, Nicky Romero, Garden of Madness.
It was insane.
So it's fucking.
This is crazy.
But it was so crazy because we literally I remember you doing the tickets before we left, but I remember when we got there, right? We're taking this train from Paris to Antwerp and Bruges, all that. But it was just so crazy how we get there, and I don't speak Belgian, and like they're like, oh, maybe they speak. Do they speak French?
No, they speak French. It's because they do French.
Oh, see, I definitely don't speak French. And I remember they were like saying something about the tickets, but then they just like passed us through. It was so weird how they let us into this concert. It was just the strangest thing, and they like brought us up that little corridor.
And you're like, I don't ask any questions.
Right, I didn't ask one question, and it was just so mind blowing for me.
Yeah, never mind. It's an EDM festival, your first one, so it's uns.
Oh my god,
lasers, neon bikinis.
It was out of control.
He's like over here hugging all the people next to us, and we're not on train. We're just
they're really
shit.
They're friendly because of the drugs.
Right, exactly. Glass butterflies everywhere. Like it was just pandemonium. It was incredible. It was incredible.
And that was only in like the first 2 days? That was the first day?
Like 24
hours.
Have y'all
slept yet? Yeah.
No. It's getting... So basically then, the plan was that night to take him to Brussels, to take him to Delirium, which is this really nice bar. But my dumbass locks all our shit in a locker at the train station.
Leave it all up to Patrick. Yeah, he's got it.
Lost the fucking key.
Lost the key to our fucking
locker. So at 4 a.m., we're just like, what the fuck do we do? He's over here trying to figure out where the guy is, and I'm just like, drinking.
Fuck it.
I'm like, I want my stuff.
No wonder you don't care like when he packs. You're like, I'm gonna lose it all anyways. Doesn't fucking matter. It's gonna be in a locker in Bruges.
Exactly. So then in the morning we fucking get our shit unlocked and like fuck it.
Okay, how did that happen?
Well, we found the cleaning guys and
had to pay and paid $80.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. Behind the scenes work.
So,
but when all the flights paid for, you're like, all right, I got this.
That's fair.
So in the morning, we take the train to Amsterdam.
Oh.
And then from Amsterdam, we go to Flying Pig. I've been there before.
You just right straight through Amsterdam. Nothing crazy
happened.
Day
two.
Yada.
Amsterdam.
All right.
Wake up, get on the train, and head further north. It was crazy.
Go there, and then you want to talk about your experience.
So here, this is I've never ever been in a hostel before. Never, ever. The only thing that I've known about Hostel, of course, are like the movies. That movie Hostel, which is like down in Bavaria, right? Like that's not even remotely close how it is.
Except for phonetically.
Facts. So this is my first time getting introduced to a hostel. So you walk in, and it was called the Flying Pig, and we're here in Amsterdam on this nice cobblestone street. We go in, they got the coffee shop in the back. You got your little area downstairs, and then all the rooms are up in the upstairs. Now, I didn't know how the breakdown was. I thought a hostel was just kind of like what it was in the movies, but they have
murder.
Right, murder.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna get your dick chopped out, whatever it is. But you go in, and
I'm going, whatever.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Frank's like, I do this, I'm here. What else can happen? Whatever, we're here now.
You do no wrong.
Right, and I'm in Amsterdam. Let's get this shit going. So we're here. We go in. It's really cool, though. You walk in, and it's just like a nice bed and breakfast. Here's the little coffee shop in the background. It was $15. $15. How incredible is that? $15. We stayed in now, granted, there were 6 other beds in there, and there's other random people.
More like 12.
Yeah, 12. Well, 6 bunks. I'm sorry, there were 6 bunks.
6 bunks is a bunch of things.
Hey, whatever. We're not really even doing that. We're just there to party. But they have everything.
And everyone else is there.
And everyone is there.
What does that mean? They have everything and everyone's there.
So basically, what that means is the difference of when you're traveling in a hostel, and I keep using the word traveling as opposed to tourism, is because tourism is getting the same shit you get here, except in a fucking hotel, and then doing all the tour shit, right? But when you're a traveler, you go there, you meet other like-minded people that are just there. They want one thing. They want to have fun. They want to experience life, and they just want to live to the fullest. They don't give a fuck. They do straight up YOLO. For example, that's where me and my sister get different, because when my sister goes to somewhere, she stays in a 7-star hotel, gets massages, does all that shit, eats in the nicest restaurant. Me, I eat street food. I fucking go on. I mean, I've been on a 72-hour bus ride from Guayaquil to Cali.
That's
doing
awesome.
I was surfing in one. Yeah, I was surfing and went to go learn salsa.
That's awesome.
So,
dude, I'm in I'm just starting to travel a lot more now.
I got you.
But my girlfriend is more like your sister. But inherently, I want to do what you're doing. Yeah. But I just do this, your sister's.
And my sister's our sister's
spouse, you got to travel with them. So I truly understand. I forgot who told me this, but there's a couple of things you need to do to figure out. First, they got to get along with they got to be able to travel with you. Right. And that doesn't matter how. You got to get along with your friends, get along with your family, and then they got to be smart.
You gotta be
smart. Check.
And then they gotta be good looking, but that's just the understanding. Yeah. That's understandable. Exactly. So it's good.
But we get the Amsterdam real quick, because here's a highlight of it. Right, they got everything and everything there. It's the melting pot of pot of it all.
He's telling it.
Oh yeah, was that it?
No, continue. Don't let him steal your thunder. You fucking hero. Keep going.
Amsterdam to me is the.
Hey, we talk about
that. I did it 3 times in a row. I'm done now.
No threesome story now. Just kidding. Continue.
That was it. The threesome story.
No, how did you meet?
No. How'd you meet?
Yeah. Oh God, let's go back. Okay, so we get in there. Right.
Everyone just wanted to do what we did.
We start off with shots. We get in there. We just start taking shots.
I start buying it. Yeah.
We start, we're friendly people. So hey, come on, have some shots, everything. Whatever. We're doing it. People are getting excited. We're all having a good time. People are like, all right, who are you guys? We're talking, The night goes, somebody's like, hey, let's go do mushrooms. So we go next door. That was probably the worst decision of my life, because and I did the lowest grade.
Knowing that where your story ends, I can't know if I agree with you there, but continue.
That's true. These were the worst mushrooms I've had to date, personally. They were awful. I puked probably 5 minutes after doing it. It sucked. They were not low grade mushrooms.
Oh my God! And when you puked, you tripped so much harder.
It was the worst. And I tripped crazy. It was out of control.
Sorry.
But it was okay. We muscled through it. I muscled through it. I sweated it out. Got through. This group of people are like, "What are we doing?" So me and Pratik are by this time just turned up. Everybody's basically kissing our ass about this stuff, and we're just we're going out. We lead this group of 20 people through these bars of Amsterdam, through the strip in Amsterdam.
Is this red light district area?
It's not the red light district, but this is a bar just area.
Bars,
yeah. And we go into this bar. We meet these other group of girls that were from, I think, Sweden or something, but they were in a volleyball team. So these blonde, hot ass girls. It was crazy, and they were just excited and having a good time. So we were kind of separated a little bit. You were kind of with some of the other people in the group. I had somehow ended up with these Scandinavian volleyball player girls. But there were these 2 cheeky Brits that were there with us as well from the hostel. And one girl was extremely heavy. And one girl was she was literally like an actress. She was an actress, and she looked like one. She was gorgeous, but she was friends with a very heavy set girl. And there was this guy from Texas, and then there was this other guy from the military.
Still counts.
Well, all of us are meeting together. This military guy was like, we were kind of vibing because I was in the service at the time, and he was like, man, I just want to have fun here in Amsterdam, and like real bro down and all this stuff. And I was like trying to keep him at bay a bit. This like Dallas,
another brownie, dude.
Right? Seriously, the
All
Dallas guy was like real Texas, and just take that for what it is. And then it was these two Brit girls. And now these Scandinavian girls, and then my black ass. We're all kind of talking, and the Scandinavian girls just like, oh man, we need to, like, let's go to another bar. This place is just lame. It's like stuffy in here. I remember her just like complaining, and then her other two friends were like, yay, it sucks in here. And the two British girls were like, hey, let's get out of here. It's just crazy. And everyone just all of a sudden wanted to leave. I came to you, and I'll never forget being like, let's go. But you were like literally in a crowd just taking shots, and I was no way I was getting Frantic out of there.
Reminds me of the pool again.
So the Army guy and the Texas guy come up to me, and they're like, let's get out of here. Let's just get out of here. I think these girls are down. And I didn't know, maybe they had a conversation with them before, but it was coincidental that to me that those other girls were like, let's get out of here. I didn't even put the two things together. And so maybe they had a conversation. I don't know. But then they're like, let's go. Let's all go. So us like 6 or 7 people left. And okay. So then we get back to the hostel. And the Army guy's like, all right, look, I just want to have fucking fun. And these, so it's to me, there are 3 guys and the 3 and the 5 girls, or 8 of us.
Oh, I see. I'm doing the math.
Oh my
here.
God.
I've been counting the whole time.
And it's rough. So the Army guy is like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I just want to fuck. Let's just get this. Let's all just have fun. And so we're like, what? And the Texas guy's like, and we're both kind of like, what? And the Army guy's like, I'm pretty sure these girls are down. They'll do whatever. They're down. And so it was just like, all right. I didn't care. I was like,
what are the cheeky Brits saying about this?
Well, to be fair, and this always happens to me, of course, the big girl was like really into me. I left that part out from the beginning. The big girl is kind of the reason why the other British girl kind of got involved too. The big girl was now she did have this really cute heart-shaped lip that I liked a lot, but it just wasn't my speed. But she was kind of she was pushing this thing around. Like she was kind of pushing it.
She was the aggressor.
She was, and we end up going up to the Texas guy's room because he was the only one that had his own room. Me and Pratik were in a room of like 12. The Scandinavians weren't there. The 2 Brits, I don't know what they were doing. And then the Army guy was in another room with other people. But the Texas guy had a single room. And when I say single, it was a twin bed in there. 8 of us walk up there. 2 of the Scandinavian girls are like, oh, we're out immediately. They just left. But they left their friend. And it's me, the Texas, the Army, 2 Brits, and 1 Scandinavian.
Okay, so it's 6.
6. I'm like, you know what? Actually, this is going to go all right. But I was already like, well, I'm probably going to lose because the big one is on me like the whole time. So I'm like, I got to figure out my way around this. And I'm like, maybe I can get her and the other Brit, at least. And then they can deal with the other 2. Fine. So I was just like, all right, I'll take a package deal if I have to do this. So the Texas guy turns out the lights, though. Now,
He's just
very
out of control.
Texas
very
again.
Texas. Personally, my first sexual experience.
Yeah, this is my town now.
And that was weird for
Does
me.
that change things?
Like, for me personally, sex in the dark is not my go-to.
Also, that's your opportunity to, ditch the...
Do a switch around.
Now,
Switch the
I wish I had
partnership.
thought about that at the time like that. But I was really like nervous. I was like, that girl's gonna sit on me now. Shit. But
So is this a 5-some or a 3-some?
it turns into an orgy.
Oh my God.
It was giving orgy.
It
You were
turns
all
to an
right.
orgy.
The story did surprise me.
It turns into an orgy.
It was giving orgy.
But
One
it's-
twin bed, it was giving orgy.
And sadly, it's short-lived. Because as the lights go out and we start kind of getting into it, it's fine. Like, I'm actually on the floor. And there's some people in the bed, but I'm on the floor with the 2 British girls. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we got this. But then I hear the Army guy go, oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what?
That wasn't a British girl.
Right. And the Army, he's just like, oh, what? Oh. He's like, it's wet. And I was like, I'm like, I'm in my head. I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be. Right? And the Texas guy turns on us and says, what's going on? What the fuck? There was so much blood. There was so much blood.
What the fuck? Who did it?
That's the thing. We literally got up. Me and the two Brits were on the floor.
There's only 4 other suspects.
Right. There was no blood on any of the girls. Their blood, no one's come out. The guy, I don't know where it came from.
Oh my God, this
and
is
I
crazy.
still have no idea really whose blood that was.
That's why you have to have orgies with the lights on.
This is crazy.
But there's
as embarrassing as it may be, given the participants.
You got lights on. And I'm not talking like a severed arm and blood, just like a big puddle of it, but there was a substantial amount of a concentrated area of blood. And it was very gross, right? And so it was just scary, and it just stopped everything. Everybody was weirded out. But the sad thing was, I just went, showered, and went right back out. And just ran back to the bar.
What's up, Eric? Take a shot.
Literally, and it was just kind of never spoken of after that. The next day, we laughed and went on to the rest of the trip. But it was really...
The fact that this is day 2.
Day 2.
You're like fucking Europe trip, man.
My first hostel.
Yeah, no, for real.
I've been in some sexual situations before. That was a first orgy.
We've heard about your first.
Yeah, we honestly know a lot about you.
Well, I'm raw and uncut, baby.
So the next afternoon, we go get brunch real quick, and then he's like, yo, where are we going? I'm like, yo, we got to get on a flight, go back straight to the airport. We fly to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
We forgot Doha.
This is
Doha.
We didn't, fuck.
Doha in the Middle East.
Damn, dude.
Y'all
Y'all went to the Middle East?
Went to the
from
middle.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, so that was what
a stopover.
A stopover. But we're there long enough to actually kind of check out a little bit of Doha. It was really cool. I don't know. I didn't know about Doha. I had never heard of it. And I'd been to Qatar before, but not Doha. And that's where it is. It's a nice.
Where the hell else did you go in Qatar if not Doha?
Maybe it was it, but that was when I took some R&R on leave. And
is there anything else even there?
I think there's another. Maybe not though. I don't know. Maybe I was there, but I just didn't know at the time that was the city. But I just never would have made those connections. It seemed like a new place, but it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was like being in like UAE or Abu Dhabi or something. It was just really pristine. And but we only spent a few hours there.
And then finally reach Ho Chi Minh, and then we go straight to the hostel, and it's at nighttime, and then we have this fucking nerd in our fucking room.
Oh, this guy.
And this son of a bitch starts asking him, hey, what's there to do tonight? He's like, no, everything's shut. There's nothing to do. This place, no.
He's like, it's quiet. It's weekday, it's quiet.
Very quiet. I'm like, fuck that. And he's like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. You're not from here. This guy's from here. I'm like, just because he's Asian? That's fucked up, dude. So anyway,
that was a gross assumption.
Yeah, he's also staying in a hostel. He's probably not like that from there.
Right, exactly.
So is this Doha or this is Vietnam?
This is Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. So then
that's so true. Now, the guy from the bunk. That's right. He was a little nerd.
And then basically we take a taxi to. We basically asked taxi.
Oh,
like,
no, wait, don't skate over this. No, hold on. It's not a taxi. In Vietnam, you don't take taxis. These aren't cars, and not even the tuk-tuks. We're on the back of a freaking bike, of a motorized bike. Now, most people are fine with that, right? Not me. I'm scarred. Literally, I have sustained some severe road rash from falling off of a Harley going 50 miles an hour on a 90-degree right turn. I skid on cement for like 10 meters. Got up, crashed into a side curb, got up, my literal arm and leg was smoking, my skin burning.
Yeah, that shit was
so I've been traumatized by like road rash.
I'm like, come on, man.
Get on this. I got us an Uber. I'm expecting at least like a little small little like Yugo type of shit to pull up. No, it's this little.
That was controlled by the Uber app, or you're just fucking with them?
Right, seriously. What is it called? It's called Grab over there, right?
So it's app controlled. Then you pull up in a fucking.
And they pull up on a little bike, and I'm having that like Kanye and Kim style hang on a Friday. And even that would not have, it wouldn't even been that bad. But also up there in Vietnam when they drive.
You're in the back. Who's Kanye? Who's Kim?
Sally, I'm Kim.
All right, thank you. Kim. I thought that when y'all first sat down, but
wait a minute. Really?
That's why he's on the show.
But in Vietnam, there are no traffic lights. Well, at least in Ho Chi Minh City, there were no traffic lights. So there's roundabouts. but there's also 50,000 people driving. It looks like Tour de France on like motorized bikes. No one's wearing helmets. There's no body armor. There's no seatbelts, and they move like schools of fish.
Oh, you got whole fucking families.
The whole family
with the dog and the cat.
There are no signal lights. People aren't like, there are no lines in the roads. No, you just kind of move with the crowd. But the crowd is going 70 miles an hour, and we're not hanging on to anything. And there's except for this guy, and I'm terrified. Literally, I'm like, oh God, this is the worst 7 minutes of my life. Minus the second time I had sex. But there's that. and that experience alone, right, was incredible. Just getting to the downtown part of Ho Chi Minh City. But then we get there.
When we get there, it just lit up. And it's just like crazy rage. It's like Bourbon Street. Except in Ho Chi Minh, all tourists.
Wow.
And this fucking nerd is telling you.
Why was he hating
I
on
keep telling all these girls that it's his birthday. So over there, it's just like there's a lot of escorts and shit. So,
A lot.
And we kept
I've
popping
noticed the
bottles.
itinerary's been escort heavy.
Yes.
We kept popping bottles and literally. I'm like, it's his birthday, and then all of a sudden you'll see like a group
Moms.
of moms.
My favorite part.
Yes, I loved it. Like running around with a
I literally
bottle.
was being dragged down the street to these massage parlors begging for head. Like, they were like, we want to give you head. Like, they would just grab you. I remember being like, yeah!
I was looking for the hookah bars. I was looking for the hookah bars. I was like, where's hookah?
Hooker bars.
The hookah, like, just
Yeah,
hookah. You're like, all right, we're killing
exactly.
you.
You go. It was just perfect, and everyone called me Kobe there.
You're like, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay, I'm Kobe.
I'm like 6'2", but they like I was a god there. They were just like just like they were obsessed. It was perfect,
shit.
and it doesn't. Fuck that nerd. It did not shut down. It didn't
I
shut
can't believe he tried
down.
to do that.
You can drag him out there and change his life. Just
Seriously.
tell him it's your birthday.
I should have stuck a helium, one of those balloons, and have them inhale helium like we
helium
do.
balloons?
That's what they do there.
No,
They-
Nas. They have
yeah.
basically Nas.
You drink
And
tiger
then
beer and
then have a
big
huge ass
helium.
balloon
Like,
like
did they
this
serve
big.
that shit in bars?
Straight
Yeah,
up,
all the bars have it.
You get in, they give you a balloon and a tiger, and you just
What?
Yeah.
it's
And
awesome.
then you say, yeah,
I've seen that at like a back of a rave, but not at,
no, seriously.
Awesome.
Store.
And crispy head on prom. That's the way you do it. You get
Wait a
your
minute.
crispy head on prom.
Are we talking about head or head?
That's what I had the same
A
question.
prawn with the head on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lobster, too.
Yeah.
We got lobster. Like,
And
no,
then
that
the
was in
helium,
Thailand.
that was in Thailand. And then the helium and then the tiger beer. And that's your night.
Okay, so this is only the third night. Unfortunately, we have to get to the other
All right,
days,
fine.
but
Oh,
we
good.
don't
Sorry.
I'll
have.
quickly go through it.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
quickly go through it, and then you guys can kind of rewind us to which one you want to hear
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
about.
All right.
All right, so after that, next morning we go to Dalat, which is a city where you can, in Vietnam, where it's a short hour flight in the middle where you cliff jump and cliff rappel down these
Oh, wow.
40 meter cliffs.
Awesome.
Right? You do that.
In the jungles of Vietnam.
That
In
is
the
so
evening,
cool.
we fly back to the thing. And then this bitch on the fucking cliff, all this military shit. This motherfucker would not want to jump.
It was too hot.
He wouldn't even like want to.
I am not airborne. I am not air assault.
Don't
None
you
of that.
do that shit?
I was like,
He wasn't in the
And I'm just like, let's go.
Air Force.
This guy freaking.
So did you end up doing it or no?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you have no
You
choice.
gotta do it. You gotta do it.
So then, anyways, that evening, we fly back to Ho Chi Minh, and next morning we take a flight to Phuket.
Oof.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
We go fly back to Phuket, and then in Phuket we only, and he hates this because I'm like, hurry up, we got to catch the last because it was in the evening. We have to sprint in
You
order to
have
get a
be
taxi.
in shape to travel with him. You're
You
gonna
have to-
run.
You have to sprint to get to a taxi to get to the shore or like to the port in order to go to Koh Phi Phi.
And you literally only
Koh Phi
have
Phi,
like
you only
20
have-
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
So
love
you're
Koh Phi Phi.
sprinting and you're going, and we finally get there the same day. And then I'm like, all right, now we're
Now
good.
we can
This is
chill.
a place we're gonna stay at least a couple of days.
Okay.
Or like a couple days is in
Wow,
like, 2
what an
days.
intro.
3 days, then we
to a
go back to
birthday
Phuket.
trip.
Oh,
And then basically,
it was perfect. That night, it was the most wonderful birthday I think I've ever had in my life.
It's
I'll let
gonna
you
be
talk
very
about
hard to
Koh Phi
top
Phi.
that.
Yeah,
You
Koh Phi
love
Phi
that
was
shit.
incredible. A tight boat ride, 45-minute boat ride, and you're just in the middle of the South Pacific. It's beautiful. You arrive to the islands. You're staying in this hostel. They've got DJs there. It's this huge.
It's a party
it's a
island,
huge
too.
party.
Very-
What was it called? Like a full moon party?
Oh
that
my
night?
gosh, I've always wanted to go to that.
And it was
we
on.
had like a faux full moon party.
Yeah.
And they're all on the beach,
But-
just like
Yes.
But the full
partying.
moon is out in the Koh Samui. But we were trying to go there, but I think we just didn't have the
We
time.
didn't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
But this guy brought out there was like a restaurant up there. He gets like one of the floating tables, brings it down to the beach, gets these bottles down somehow, gets a few people to like serve us up, gets some people that got that light thing, and it's like midnight, full moon, beach night, everything. And it's like happy birthday, Eric. It is incredible.
It's your actual birthday
yeah,
day?
yeah.
So,
birthday.
all right, so
Wow.
a little background.
so cool.
So anyways, there's a big ass club, right? And they see me with all the hostel guys. First of all, we just run that shit at the hostel
Yes.
again. Everyone loves just
We meet these male models.
yeah, no joke, no, seriously, like male models, like 1 million plus followers. Like,
They're
these
crazy.
guys love us.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I'm like, yo, let's do his birthday somewhere, and then they have this really nice beach club. And then basically these sons of bitches, I was like, dude, I want to get a table for us, and then all these people, oh, we don't allow this time, you have to be wheelchair. I'm like, fuck you, I'll pay for it. Like, fuck off. And so they're like, still no. So I'm like, all right.
I got models with me.
No, so then he's like, all right, you want it? I was like, all right, cool, let's do that. So then basically I go on the street, I take one of the tables from the people selling on the street, take that, put it out there, and then ask them to go, I surprised him with a bottle of champagne and a couple bottles of liquor, take them there, and then I told all the guys at the hostel to keep him busy. And so then when I'm ready, then he comes over with the thing, and you're just seeing half people from the club.
You are a planner.
No, I ain't a
I
planner.
know. I need this
So basically, half the people,
what?
from the club start coming to our thing because we have our speakers going and everything.
It's going crazy.
And they're like, fuck off.
You just made your own club,
So
just a random
after we
table.
cheers,
On the
cheers
beach.
at 12 is his birthday, so then we all cheer, and then we all hold hands and run into the
run
ocean.
into the ocean.
15 of us. 15 of us at midnight hold hands and just run into the ocean and just dive in.
That
shit was
perfect.
so tight.
That was perfect.
This is really a
Oh, yeah.
movie.
It was literally a movie.
Oh, my
Okay.
life's a movie.
Honestly,
This was happening like last weekend.
we're gonna have to bring y'all back to get like the last
Yeah.
part of the trip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I love that we ended on your actual birthday day.
Running
Yeah.
end credits running
Yeah.
in.
Into the video.
That was another episode of Once Upon A BnB.
I just feel like I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
y'all
That was an
so
amazing
much.
story.
Awesome.
We'll definitely
That's
have
what's
to
up.
bring y'all back because I'm sure you have more gold for us.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's Anns
Ian.
And this is Maha
from Manhattan. And thank you guys.
from Manhattan.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.